Hi everyone. Okay, today I want to talk about bloating. Do you feel bloated all the time? Like when you open your fast and then you eat your food and you feel so bloated and you feel like you've not lost weight. Happens to me all the time. Intermittent fasting, this is a big drawback, especially for us women. And in this video I will tell you exactly why we are bloating. Even I didn't know some of the answer myself, being a dentist myself. I'm a doctor, but obviously I also didn't knew few of the things I knew. But let's dive right in. Number one, you are constipated. When you are constipated, you are eating the wrong kind of food, you're eating too much protein, less fiber, not drinking enough water, and you are constipated. And when you open your fast, you eat, you are bloated. Because when you are constipated, your gut flora is also not nice. That's why people tell you to be vegetarian. You know, vegetarian have very good gut flora. So number two, when we do full day of fasting, when we are fasting the whole day, we don't feel that much thirsty. You know why? Because we are not eating food, and when we are not eating enough food, we tend not to be so thirsty. So our body will not give you signal that we are thirsty, and that's why we don't drink enough water. And when we open our fast, we are already thirst deprived, and when we eat food in the digestion process, we'll get bloated. So bad, no? Okay, then on the number three is we open our fast with too much sodium rich food. There is so much packaged food which contains so much sodium and we don't even know that. So because of taking too much sodium rich food, we get bloated. We're supposed to be losing weight and having flatter tummy, but why we are being bloated? After you open your fast, you can't even put your button in your jeans. Happens to me all the time. I feel so conscious. I wear loose shirts over my tummy area just to cover it. I think it happens to you also all the time. And I feel so fat, you know. I just get so frustrated when I'm bloated. And when your tummy is poop, you feel puffed up. You feel that you've not lost weight. But here are the answers why we are bloated in intermittent fasting. Number one, when we are doing full day of fasting, we are not eating any food, right? And then what happens is when we eat food, we become bloated because the whole day we are fasting, and when we are not eating any solid food, what will happen is we are going to be very, very thirsty, but we will not know, because body will not give you any signal of thirst. Only when we eat food, we feel thirsty. So what will happen? You are not going to drink enough water. So when you are so hungry, so all you think of food, and when you dive into your food, you will be bloated. So sad, no? And then number two, when we open our fast, we will open with, obviously we feel so deprived, we will eat everything, and most of the junk food and packaged food have high sodium content, and when you eat a lot of sodium, you get bloated. That's so bad, no? Number three is when we open our fast, we are so hungry, we just gorge our food like a greedy old tiger and then we swallow so much air when we are eating fast, you know, chewing less and eating fast. We are swallowing air, and that will also cause you bloating. Number four is when you open a fast, obviously you are so hungry. Some of us have so much appetite, we eat too much food when you open our fast, and when we do that, you know what will happen? Bloating. Isn't that sad? So, and when we eat too much, there is too much food in our esophagus, the gastric juice is not secreted enough, and then we are bloated. And number five is if we are eating too much meat and less fiber, we get bloated. You know why? Because mostly in our non-vegetarian body, the gut flora is not that good. If you are vegetarian, the gut flora is much better. But if you are meaty like me, you are bloated. Oh God, I feel so bloated most of the time when I open my fast, and I feel like so fat. Even my jeans don't close. I can't wear anything with that shows my shape of my body. Like my tummy is so big, I feel so pregnant, and you don't ask. Even some of the answers, even I didn't know in intermittent fasting this happens. So number six is obviously when you're not drinking enough water, you are dehydrated. Like we do drink water, but I told you in the previously, like if you don't eat food, your body will not send signals that you're dehydrated, so you will be bloated when you open your fast. So another thing is, when some of us are eating so less, we will be constipated for days. You know, you will go to clean your thing, but you still will be constipated. All of it will not come out, so you'll be constipated. So when you are eating, your gut flora is so bad and you are constipated, this will cause bloating. So when you another thing, what is another thing? Okay, another thing is if you eat food that contains garlic, onions, and gluten rich food, dairy, cabbages, some vegetables, it causes bloating, my dear. So you need to eat a little bit oil, like olive oil or ghee, you know, clarified butter is ghee. This will lessen the bloating. When you eat too much fibrous food or stuff like that, if you eat, even if you get gluten or bread, have it with, you know, dip it in olive oil and have it, because that will reduce the bloating. Okay, and then another thing, which is the number, I forgot the number, maybe it's number 8. Number 8 is when you are mixing your over-the-counter medication with your multivitamin, you will be bloated, my darlings. So horrible, isn't it? So that also causes bloating. Another thing is when we open our fast, we might be eating a lot of solid food and we might eat less liquid. We have to balance them both. It's better to drink a glass of water after you eat, 1 hour after you eat. It's so good. Like the Japanese people, they have a cup of tea or green tea after food, and that will reduce bloating. Green tea helps you in bloating. Okay, another thing is if you burp, or then you will reduce your bloating. And another thing you can't do is chewing a lot of gums. Gums also give you bloated. So, and the last thing is, oh, this is the terrible thing I will tell you. I don't like drinking water, neither do you. So I drink it with straw. Drinking water with straw will cause bloating. Did you know that? Even I didn't know. That's so bad, right? And another thing is, when you are drinking water, you have to sip water bit by bit, not gulp, you know, large amount of water. That will again cause you bloating. Oh God. So if you're going to a party or going to wear some good shapely jeans and want to show off your newly acquired weight loss body, you have to reduce all these things and do few or other things to keep yourself from bloating. So food that is difficult to digest, you will be bloated. What have I left? From my own experience, I'm telling you, actually, you know, what have I left? What other things cause me bloat? Oh, if you are eating a lot of frozen food, it has so much high sodium content. That will also cause you bloating. And if you eat lot of sugary vegetables, fruits and vegetables with high content of sugar, you know, sweet stuffs, that also cause you bloating. Isn't that bad? Oof. Thank God we are not in movies. Otherwise, it's so difficult for them. They constantly take the tablets to debloat themselves. You know, all these actresses. Thank God we don't have to. We just have to wear a loose shirt and feel good about it. And what else is left? Let me think from my experience. What causes bloating? Okay, if you eat food that have garlic, you should eat fresh, you know. From my own experience, if you eat food with garlic and onion in it, and if you eat if you keep this food for in the fridge or don't eat it right away, it causes you bloating. So it always better to have fresh food. If your food is cooked, just eat it right then and then. The bacteria will come in the food and then you will start bloating. Within 4 hours the food is prepared, and if you just keep there, the bacteria enters, and then when you eat the food you get bloated. Always have warm or hot food. I think that will solve a little bit more problem of bloating, you know. I just thought one more thing. Another thing is, what else causes bloating? Let me think. If you eat stale food, yeah, I already told you that. If you're stressed out and if you are sleep deprived, you will be bloated because the digestion will not be going so good. And if you drink too much coffee, because you feel dehydrated, again this will cause you bloating. So okay, I was about to tell you that people who want to have flatter tummy should give up sugar. So hard, no, so hard to do, to give up sugar, but that will cause less bloating. And if you give up all the fruits also, I heard it keeps you from, because fruits have sugar in it, and if you don't eat fruits you won't be bloated. So that's my tip for you today, intermittent fasting. I hope this video helps you. Bye.